Hello all, Lewis Howell here, and I am excited. Why am I excited? I'm excited because I'm coming to you with the first video in this Exponential Marketing Youth series, where I'm going to just be giving out free content to youth and community organizations, to schools, to colleges, to universities, to all these amazing places that are working with young people and getting fantastic results. And at the end of the day, because I'm now running a marketing agency, I want to be able to use some of the fantastic things that we're delivering and implementing there to see if we can continue to add value and benefit the sector which sits so close to my heart, which is the youth and community sector. So in this first video, I'm going to be talking about something that most people can't see the link between, and it surprises me because once we start to see the link and we start to implement certain strategies, we get huge results. And that is the link between social media and leadership. Young people are all on social media, and so many of us value the concept of young people being able to become leaders today so that they continue to be leaders tomorrow. So why don't we look to see if we can find some sort of link between them? And that's what I've done. So this is what we're talking about. So today's topic is looking at creation versus consumption. Creation versus consumption. So let's take that concept of social media and leadership first. On social media, is it fair to say that whether we're looking at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it may be, people value having followers? It's true, people value having followers. Everyone's talking about how many followers you got. Is it not also true that a lot of good leaders tend to have followers? Interesting. Going back to social media, is it not true that a lot of people, when they put out content, they like to see people hit the like button? Is it also not true that most leaders, not all of course, tend to be fairly likable in some way? Interesting. Going back to social media again, is it not true that most people, when they want content to go viral, it requires people to share that content? Well, that's interesting because when we look at leaders, usually if their message is powerful enough, that will be shared. So why are we talking about creation and consumption? Because a lot of the young people that we're working with, and not all of course, but a lot of the young people that we're working with tend to use social media for the sake of being entertained, for example. So that means they're just consuming information, which is fine, because it means they'll be learning potentially, it means they'll be aware of what's going on, that's great. But is there not the transition that needs to be made so they can start to become creators of information, creators of content? Because that now starts to position them as leaders. And I'm going to show you where this also has value to us as organizations and institutions too. So if they get to the point of creating content, such as media content like videos, such as blog articles, such as podcasts, whatever it may be, when you start to create content, what does that do? That means you now are the one putting out information and causing people to want to follow you, positioning yourself as a leader in that market, sector, whatever it may be. Now when you do that, what you've essentially done is positioned yourself as someone of influence. When you start to have influence, results start to increase. If we've got young people, for example, that really understand how to become creators on social media, they can not only build their own personal brands, but start to build the brands of our organizations, build the brands of our institutions. And that doesn't necessarily mean they have to take hold of our accounts, but even just in terms of being able to build the brand through the things that they're putting out, which are in relation to the work they do with us, which are in relation to the value they get from us. So we need to start thinking about how we can start to educate young people on using social media in order to position themselves as leaders, as influencers, because this will have so much benefit to us in the long run as well. A lot of us complain about, at times, not always, but complain about doing this amazing work and not necessarily everybody knows about it, or not enough people know about it, especially outside of our sector. This could be a great way of doing that. So anyway, this was just a quick short video from me, looking at the concept of creation versus consumption. And I just want to be giving you guys this free content on a regular basis because, as you guys know, I mean, I'm working in the sector for many years now, still do some consultancy, still deliver training, still do education, whatever it may be. I'm always there willing to support. But this is a quick one from me. Hopefully it's beneficial. Feel free to hit the like button, hit the share button, and feel free to drop a comment. I want to get your views. I want to hear from you about what you think of this concept of creation versus consumption. More information about myself can be found on lewishowell.com, and more information about exponential marketing can be found at exponentialmarketing.co.uk. Look forward to speaking to you guys again soon.